We're back. Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Mr. Kyle Cohen. I'm a 4th grade teacher in Cleveland, Ohio. Today is January 4th, 2021. It is the first day back from winter break, the first day of school for 2021. We are back in the classroom. If you've been following the journey this year, we have been on a ride, to say the least. Most recently, I taught for 3 weeks after Thanksgiving up until now from home, 100% online. We had no students in person. Teachers were not in person. It was fully remote. And today is the first day back for teachers in school. It's the first day back for students in school. We're going to be operating on a hybrid model this week and then transitioning back into all students next week. So this week we will be hybrid, meaning I will have half of my students Monday, Wednesday, the other half Tuesday, Thursday. Students will be remote doing online assignments the other 3 days of the week. So Monday, Wednesday students will have Tuesday, Thursday, Friday online, and Tuesday, Thursday students will have Monday, Wednesday, Friday online. So half my class is walking in this door in about an hour and a half. It's about 7 a.m. now. Students will start to get in here at about 8:40, and then the other half of my students are starting online. So as you would expect, there is a lot to do this morning. I have not been in here in weeks, but I'm excited to be in the classroom. It's also Cleveland Browns Victory Monday. We won yesterday, meaning the Browns are going to the playoffs for the first time in 18 years. I know you're incredibly excited for me. So we are here, we are back, a lot to do. Excited to bring you along for the ride, and let's get into it. I pretty much brought home my entire classroom in this singular bag right here, everything I needed for teaching that I had to bring home. Now I have to put everything back where it goes. I have to get the schedule cards updated. They currently are the 5-day all students in person schedule, so gotta switch that out for the hybrid schedule. Gotta update the class points, gotta put the homework up, gotta get the student desks ready. There's so much to do. I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not complaining. It's just that when you're used to going from your bed to your desk and not having to drive 30 minutes and get up early and do all of it. It's like 7:10 right now, and I have already had what seems like a full day, and I would still be probably asleep at this time. But again, I'm not complaining, just adjusting back into the routine. So we're so much to do. In other news, I got a microphone. My friend Julia got this for me in a Secret Santa, so thanks, Julia. I don't need a microphone. If you've been watching, you could probably tell I'm plenty loud, but it's gonna be fun. I also had so many incredible people donate to my classroom, and I'm so grateful. I always have my classroom wish list in the video description here on YouTube, and I'm always surprised when I get packages, and I'm so amazed by all of you who watch these videos, who support me and my teaching and my students and my classroom, and I'm really particularly excited about these books. I've wanted the LeBron James I Promise book since it has been released. I mean, obviously, my school is in the Cleveland area, so this is gonna mean a lot to my students. So thank you to the generous people who have donated. I am by no means asking for donations, but we all know that teachers put in so much into their classrooms, and so much of what we do has to come out of our own pocket. And it's just nice to be reminded that there are people like you all who are supporting teachers each and every day. Everything is ready to go for the day. I thought I would show you what I have out on student desks. I thought I would also show you what I am planning to do today for our first day back. Since we are on our hybrid schedule, everything that I'm doing today on Monday, I will also be doing tomorrow on Tuesday, just with the other half of my class. I'm not really sure if this is interesting to you all. I personally love seeing what other teachers are doing in their classrooms, what activities they're using, what lessons they're doing. So if this is interesting to you, leave a comment down below just letting me know that this is something you would want to see in the future. If you're like, I have no interest in seeing what you are teaching your fourth graders, also let me know that too, so I know whether to include it or not. But let me show you around the room, and then I'll walk you through what the day actually looked like. This is what desks looked like this morning as students walked into the classroom. They all got a brand new sharp pencil, which we love to see on the first day back to school. They have their morning work page, which is the same morning work packet that I've used since my first year of teaching. Since we're on our hybrid schedule, I tried to get them to do both sides this morning. And then I also got this free Teachers Pay Teachers bookmark, which was from Fantastically Fourth over on Instagram. She's amazing. So if you teach fourth grade or upper elementary, highly suggest following her, and that's a free product from her Teachers Pay Teachers store. I always have a morning message posted for students when they walk into the classroom. It tells them what they need to be doing. So I today just basically broke down what they need to put in their desk, what needs to go in their bag, and what needs to go in their mailbox. Since we are still on our hybrid schedule, there are certain things that students need to keep at school versus things that need to come back and forth. So I wanted to just get all of that organized because we were coming from remote learning to hybrid learning. So they had everything at home, and now I wanted to get everything organized. Students then worked on their morning work until we got started with our class huddle, which is just our morning meeting, but we call it class huddle. Students had the opportunity to share anything that occurred over winter break that they wanted their classmates to hear. I always share the National Day of the Week. It's from this calendar, nationaldaycalendar.com, and today was National Spaghetti Day. So went over that with students. We talk about the calendar, we talk about the weather, we went over our schedule for the day and what hybrid looks like. I actually didn't remember the hybrid schedule because we haven't done it in so long, so I had to mostly just do this for me so I can internalize what this schedule looks like. I then went over some announcements with students with our house system. So we had a fresh start. Now that we're after winter break, all houses went to 0 points and we're starting fresh. So they were really excited about that. We then got started with math. We are currently attempting to do 2 lessons a day while on our hybrid schedule. That way students have exposure to 4 lessons in person each and every week. So we got started with math. We always begin math with going over our retrieval practice, which is something that we are really working on with students to help retain information that we have previously learned in the year. Number 1 is something that we learned really early in the year. Number 2 is usually something that was within the last month. And number 3 is something that was really recent. Students are retrieving the information and then rating their retrieval on a star, question mark, or X. Star if they totally got it, question mark if they're a little bit confused but are starting to understand, and X if they are totally lost. This has been a transformative practice of mine to be doing with students in the classroom as an opportunity for them to really be able to retrieve information that we have learned throughout the year. And then we got into the actual lesson. Today we were using structures to solve problems and answer questions. I always start by grounding in our I can statement and then getting into the actual lesson itself. After our first math lesson, we take a 10-minute brain break. I have these completely non-teacher facilitated. This is a full break for students, a 10-minute break on their own time. I set a 10-minute timer up on the board. During this time, they can use the restroom, they can eat a snack, they can read, they can use their Chromebook, they can put their head down. I really don't care. So long as that they are engaging appropriately in the classroom, they are on task with doing the things that are posted here up on the board. And also, this is the time for restroom or drinks. I really don't love when students need to use the restroom in the middle of a lesson. Obviously things come up, but I really tell students that this is their time for the bathroom. They know that their 10-minute break is coming both during math, and they know that during reading they probably shouldn't be asking to use the bathroom because they just had their 10-minute break. I obviously always let students use the bathroom if they need to, but having this 10-minute break has been really helpful and something that I really love doing in my classroom. After the 10-minute break, we got into our ELA time. Today, we're talking about different text structures. So students were on their Chromebooks engaging with a text structure PowerPoint that I created. They were then following along with me up on the board, and we were talking about the 5 different text structures that we cover in the 4th grade. Students then went to specials. After specials, they came back. We continued working on our text structures. They then went to lunch. They came back. We continued working on text structures, and then we did our second math lesson of the day. Our second math lesson, of course, started with our retrieval practice, and then we got into using precision to help solve problems. We were approximating different word problems, different story problems, and using approximation to help us estimate the best possible answer. This was a way to reinforce multiplication strategies that we have been working on in class. After math, we closed out the day by reading our read aloud, which currently is Wonder. So we are reading Wonder. We finished the day, and that was that. It's not the most exciting, fun schedule. Unfortunately, due to the hybrid schedule, we are really forced to push a lot of content when kids are here in person. So although it seems very content heavy, and it is very content heavy, I obviously do my best to make things as fun and engaging as possible and keep things light as much as I can. I mean, when you have 9 or 10 students, you're given a greater opportunity to just joke around, have fun, make things silly, make things fun, so that hopefully, even though we are spending the entire day working with insane amounts of content, it doesn't feel like that to them. Thank you so much for coming along for my first day back from winter break. I hope that things are going well for you and your students. As I announced in a previous video that just went live on Monday, I am starting a more consistent schedule here on YouTube, so make sure you have hit that red subscription button down below so that you do not miss out on my future videos. I plan to continue uploading these teacher diary vlogs on Thursdays with some other random, more just different videos on Monday, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.